First thing I want to do, I have 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So I have to decide what variable to eliminate. So let's eliminate the x's, and we have to do that twice over. So I need to, we've decided to eliminate the x's, which means I'm going to work with maybe these 2 equations and multiply the second equation by 2. So write that off to the side. So 2x minus 3y minus 3z minus z equals 13. And the second equation multiplied by 2, so negative 2x plus 4y minus 10z equals 12. X's are gone, so I add those. I get a 1y minus 11z equals 25. Now choose 2 other equations to work with and eliminate the x's. I'm going to choose the last 2. So I'm going to multiply the second equation by 5 because when I take 5 times negative x, I get negative 5x and a positive 5x. X's will eliminate again. So take that one by 5, so you get negative 5x plus 10y minus 25z equals 30. And write the third equation down again. So 5x minus y minus z equals 49. Combine like terms, or combine the terms, add these together. X's are gone. Then I get a 9y negative 26z equals 79. Then you work with these 2 equations and eliminate the x's, the y's or the z's. So let's eliminate the y's. So working with those 2 equations, multiply the top one by 9. So I get a 9y minus 99z equals 25 times 9 is 225. And write the second equation down. I'm going to multiply it by negative 1. So it's going to give me a negative 9y, a positive 26z equals a negative 79. So add the z, so negative 99 plus 26, you get negative 73z equals 225 minus 79, 146. So divide, and so z is negative 2. Put that z in for one of the equations we just had. I'm going to put it in for that, the y minus 11z equals 25. So y minus 11 times negative 2 equals 25. Y plus 22 equals 25. So we can see y equals 3. Then you have x and y, and substitute those into one of the first equations. So let's just put them in the top equation. Change colors here. So I'm going to put both of those in for the top equation. So I have 2x minus 3y, so minus 3 times 3, minus z, so minus negative 2 equals 13. So 2x minus 9 plus 2 equals 13. 2x minus 7 equals 13. Add 7, divide by 2, so it looks like x equals 10. Check your solutions. Let's do a check on at least check into one of the other ones, or I'm going to check into the bottom 2. So negative x would be a negative 10 plus 2 times y, so it's going to be plus 6, minus 5z is going to be plus 10. Does that equal 6? And that works. Yep. Then choose the last equation. So 5 times 10 is 50, minus y, so minus 3, minus z, which is plus 2, equals 49. Does that check? 50 minus 1 is 49. That checks too. All right, question 2. This one's a little nicer because we already have c equals 2a plus 2. So let's look at this one a different way and substitute that c equals here for the top c and the bottom c and see what we end up with. Okay, the first equation will give me a plus 2b minus c, so minus 2a plus 2. equals 9. And the last one's going to be 6a plus 10b plus 4 times c, and c is 2a plus 2 equals 44. Simplify the top equation, you get a, and I have a minus 2a, so that's going to give me a negative a plus 2b. That's a minus 2, so I'm going to move it over, so equals 11. This is going to be a 6a, that's an 8a, so 6 plus 8 gives me 14a. 10b, and that's a positive 8, and I have a 44, so let's take 44 minus 8, and you get 36. All right, so we decide what do you want to eliminate. So let's eliminate the b's. So I'm going to multiply the second equation by negative 5. That will give me a 5a minus 10b equals negative 55. Bottom equation is 14a plus 10b equals 36. Combine those. Oh, that doesn't cross off. B's cross off. So that gives me a 19a equals, so negative 55 plus 36, negative 19. So a equals negative 1. Once you have a, substitute that back into one of the equations we just had. So a is negative 1. Let's substitute that back in here for that a. So that's going to give me an a plus 2b equals 11. Well, a is 1 now, I'm sorry. So 1 plus 2b equals 11, which means 2b is 10. So b equals 5. So we have a and b. Now we need to find c. And c says it is, get a new color. C is 2a plus 2. So c equals twice negative 1. So negative 2 plus 2, which is 0. So my solution set is a equals negative 1, b equals 5, and c equals 0. So you could write those as a, b, c, negative 1, 5, and 0. And let's make sure that works. Let's do a check. So a plus 2b, so I get negative 1 plus 10 minus 0. Does that equal 9? That works. You go to the last one. 6 times a would be negative 6 plus 10 times 5 is 50 plus 0. Does that equal 44? And that answer is yes. So we are correct. Next example, you receive $50,000. Your financial advisor suggests you put these in 3 mutual funds: money market, blue chip stock, and a high-tech stock fund. The advisor estimates that the money market fund will return 5% over the next year. Blue chip is 9%. High-tech is 16%. You want a total first-year return of 8%. To avoid excessive risk, you decide to invest 3 times. Let's highlight that one. Invest 3 times as much money in the money market as in a high-tech stock fund. Okay. All right. First equation is we have $50,000. So I have a money market. I'm putting it in a money market. I'm putting that in a blue chip stock. And then I'm putting it in a high-tech stock, and I have $50,000 to invest. In the money market, it makes 5%, so 0.05 M. Plus blue chip is 9%, 0.09 B. High-tech fund is 0.16 on the H. And I want to have 8%, so 0.08 of the 50,000. And the last thing says 3 times as much money in the money market fund as in the high-tech. So I'm going to say the money market, which I have more money in, is 3 times the high-tech stock. All right, let's make these look nicer. I know that M is 3H. I'm going to put that in for both of those M's here. So let's see what I have. So I get 3H plus B plus H equals 50,000. And so that would give me a 4H plus B equals 50,000. And the next equation is, so I'm going to circle that one off. So the next one is 0.05 times M, which is 3H, plus 0.09B plus 0.16h equals, I'm going to multiply 0.08 times 50,000. So I get $4,000. 0.05 times 3 is 0.15h plus 0.16h gives me a 0.31h plus 0.09b equals 4,000. So now I have two equations. Another option, another way to solve this, let's take this equation here and solve it for b. So we could say b is 50,000 minus 4h. We could substitute that in for this b, which means I get 0.31h plus 0.09 times h, or b now is 50,000 minus 4h equals 4,000, and solve it. So 0.31h plus 0.09 times 50,000, 4,500. And then we have 0.09 times negative 4. And you get negative 0.36. H equals 4,000. So let's combine like terms. This on this side, so I'd be negative 0.05H. And we can minus 4,500 on both sides. So that's going to give me equals negative 5,000, negative 500. Divide, so H is negative 500 divided by 0.05. You get 10,000. So in the high stakes, high tech, it will be $10,000. The M, or the money market, is 3 times H, so that would be 30,000. And we know we only have 50,000 to invest, so that means the blue chip will also get $10,000. All right, last one. Kitchen Corner produces refrigerators, dishwashers, and stoves at 3 different factories. The table gives the number of each product produced at each factory per day. Kitchen Corner receives an order for 110 refrigerators, 150 dishwashers, and 114 ovens. How many days should each plant be scheduled to fulfill this order? All right, we know we have 8A, 8 at factory A, and then we can collect 10 from factory B, plus 14 at C, and I get 110. The next one is 16A plus 12 on the B, plus 10 on the C has to be 150. And then 10A plus 18B plus 6C is 114. Let's make these equations a little nicer to deal with. For instance, on the first one, it looks like they all divide by 2. So let's do 4A plus 5B plus 7C equals 55. The next one, it looks like they all divide by 2 again. So 8A plus 6B plus 5C equals 75. And the last one looks like 2 again. So 5A plus 9B plus 3C equals 114 divided by 2, 57. So then you determine, do you want to get rid of the X, the Y's, or the Z's? I'm sorry, the A's, the B's, or the C's. So let's eliminate the A's. We have to do that twice. So let's work with the first 2 equations. Make an easy one first and multiply the first one by negative 2. So when we do that, you get negative 8A minus 10B minus 14c equals negative 110, which is what we started with. Isn't that lovely? So then 8a plus 6b plus 5c equals 75. Those go away, so I have negative 4b minus 9c equals 110, 75, so negative 35. Now let's work with maybe the first and last one. So if you work with the first and last one, multiply this one by, let's say, 5, and this one by negative 4. That should work. So 5 times 4 will give you a 20a, and plus 25b plus 35c equals 55 times 5, 275. Second equation is negative 20a, negative 36b, negative 12c equals 57 times 4, negative 228. Add those, so 25 minus 36, you get negative 11b, plus 35 minus 12, 23c equals 275 minus 228, 47. So now we want to get rid of either the b's or the c's. Well, these both are terrible. So let's multiply this one by 11 and this one by negative 4. Let's see what we have. All right, so that's going to give me negative 44b minus 99c equals 35 times 11, 385 negative. This equation by 4, so 44b, so 4 times 23 minus 92c equals 47 times 4, negative 188. B's are gone, add the c's, so negative 99 minus 92, negative 191c equals 385 plus 188, negative 573. Let's hope that divides. Divide by 191. Yep. C equals 3. So factory C is 3. Back that up. Let's just back it up into here and find the B. So that's going to be negative 4b minus 9 times 3 equals negative 35. So negative 4b minus 27 equals negative 35. Negative 4b equals negative 8, so b equals 2. And then back those two up into one of the first ones. I'll just choose the top equation here. Get a lighter color. So I'm going to substitute them into here, these two numbers. So 4a, pull that down here. So 4a plus 5b, so plus 5 times 2, plus 7c, so plus 7 times 3, equals 55. So what do we have here? 4a plus 10 plus 21 equals 55. So 4a plus 31 equals 55. 4a equals 24, so a equals 6. So let's bounce up and see what that means. How many days at each plant? So you would say on factory A needs 6 days. Factory B needs 2 days. And factory C needs 3 days.